Hey, what's going on YouTube? What's happening? So this is CC Talk dropping in to deliver some casting and recasting news from Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives. Woo! Sony is a hot, petty mess tonight. They really, really are petty. So, as you all know, over the last handful of months, Sony has pretty much put their foot down. They are the take it or leave it, bottom line kind of company. They look at it as like, look, you either take this, what we give you, or you walk out the door. And there has been several over the last several months that have walked out the door, from Missy Claire Egan to Michelle Morgan, and now Eileen Davidson. And it was so shocking when it popped up on my timeline, because I was sitting up here like talking about, other things on my Twitter feed, and it just popped on my timeline and it said, Eileen Davidson quits Young and the Restless. I was like, what? And so apparently this, based off of what was said on the Daytime Confidential and Daytime Indulgence, apparently it came down to the old mighty dollar. Eileen wanted a raise. She just won her second Emmy on, for both of those Sony shows, because her first one was back in 2013 or 14 for Days of Our Lives, and this was her second win under Y&R. So I'm pretty sure her and her agent probably went into the negotiation stages of like, look, we want to get her paid what she's worth. And Sony was like, you must be fucking joking. These damn soaps ain't making a killing like they used to. She better take this money or get up out of here. And Eileen probably was like, well, I'm out. Deuces, Some people got a little excited a little bit too quickly, because they thought that, she's leaving Y&R, she could definitely come back to Days of Our Lives. Well, not so fast, people. Apparently, Sony was petty tonight, y'all. They were petty. They were not playing. Steve Kent was on a roll tonight. The company went on ahead and hired Stacy Haiduk to be recasted for the role of Kristen DiMera / Susan Banks, apparently. Now, some people think that it's going to be one of her other roles, but let's be real. It's probably going to be Kristen DiMera / Susan Banks. And if it is, I'm like, I'm not going to be upset by this. Like, I've seen Stacy Haiduk's work on Y&R to know that she can kill it. If you watched her on Y&R playing Patty, Cuckoo Bird Williams, you know damn well she can bring it. So, and y'all know Kristen DiMera is a nut in her own right. So I know Stacy Haiduk can play that deranged, unhinged vixen. No. Is she Eileen Davidson? Absolutely not. But she could definitely make Kristen / Susan into her own. And I'm going to give her a chance. I'm not going to dog her out on social media. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, well, Stacey's never going to let... I'm not going to do all that, because, again, we don't know. Because we know Days of Our Lives films 5 months in advance. So by the time when we see her come on to the show, what will it be? November sweeps, or at least close towards the end of November sweeps. So for me, I'm going to give this woman a chance to impress me. I'm going to give her the traditional, considering the state of daytime is at right now, I'm going to give her the 30 to 60 day maximum to impress me. And if she doesn't woo me, then hell yeah, call up Eileen Davidson and say, look, do you want your job back, bitch? You know what I'm saying? But until then, I'm going to give her an opportunity to woo me. And I think Ron is going to service Stacy Haiduk well, because I'm pretty sure he don't watch some of her material over there at Y&R, and he probably knows that she could serve the crazy bird stuff well. So I have to trust in Ron yet again that he's going to make sure that he's going to stay true to character when it comes to, to Kristen and Susan, and that Stacy can deliver it. You feels me? So I'm not gonna dog this woman out for taking a job. It is what it is. It's a business, people, and I'm not gonna begrudge her for taking a job. However, some of y'all are probably gonna ask me, whether it's in the comment section or you're probably already thinking it. Well, since she can't go to Days because Sony is a distribution of YNR and Days is a distribution of Sony, blah, blah, blah. Well, where could she go? There's only 2 soaps left. Here's the thing. I don't want her going over there to no General Hospital. I don't. Because, look, I'm just going to be real. General Hospital fans are some of the most brutal, critical fans out of the 4 soaps. And they are just brutal. I do not want her over there on General Hospital whatsoever, because the minute she shows up, or the minute it is announced that she's going to be over there and say it's, quote, as a new character, because they don't never on General Hospital on a Frank's run go into that Bible, be like, we gonna make XYZ character this character out the Bible. No, they are all about creating new characters over there. And with General Hospital fans, they do not like new characters coming in and taking the place of General Hospital fan favorites. And I totally feel them on that, because I remember that happened a couple of years back on Days of Our Lives, and I hated it. We had so many newbies on Days of Our Lives, and they were taking so much airtime away from the veterans that people loved and adored, that it was like, why do we have to have all these fucking newbies everywhere, like, and all at once? I have no problem with bringing on new characters, but don't overwhelm me with new character after new character after new character. Yeah, these performers might be cheaper, but I didn't grow up on newbies. I grew up on veterans, so that's the mentality that General Hospital fans are going to have. And the minute I just know Frank is probably on the phone right now trying to figure out where can he get Eileen Davidson's agent's number so he could get her in for a meeting and cast her for some bogus ass role. He probably got Shelly over there on a speed dial right now trying to find a way to snatch and grab her at this very moment. And I'm like, fudge, like, oh my gosh, because that guy has a bad tendency of, like, like a toddler. Like, the minute he gets a new toy, he'll play with it for a little bit and then he'll throw it in the playpen, or he'll get the new toy and then he'll throw it in the playpen, but he doesn't play with it until he feels like it. So that's the mentality. It's like, no. And if Eileen is not connected to a pet, his already established pets over there, and y'all know who the pets are over there, Roger Howarth, or Michael Easton, old girl who plays Nell, or any old body who is part of the previous YNR fabric. If you are not part of his pet sanctuary already over there, baby, your airtime is going to be limited. But for Eileen, he might end up writing the whole damn show around here. And for some people that might not bother them, but for General Hospital fans, they will tear him apart. Look how much they are tearing him apart over this damn parking lot Peter guy, who is, Laura Wright's boyfriend, Wes Ramsey. So it's like, no, I don't want Eileen to be Frank's pet. I'm sorry, I don't want that to fucking happen. Now, if she could go back to Bold and the Beautiful, I'm be honest, I'm not too familiar with her Bold and the Beautiful run. I think she was over there for like 2 years before she hightailed it back over to YNR for a little bit. I'm not too familiar, because I think I took a break from Bold and the Beautiful during that time period. But hey, if she could go across the hall and get back into a chemistry lab, hell, if Brooke is not trying to get back into a chemistry lab and she's too worried about what her daughter Hope is doing with her coochie when it comes to Liam, fine. But if Ashley Abbott could go back over there and create the new and improved, better formula of belief, hey, more power to her. And if she can have a stable and love interest on that show, cool. I'm fine with that. But the problem with Brad, he's just like in a lot of ways like Frank. When he gets a new toy, he either doesn't want to play with it right away, or he'll play with it for 2.5 seconds and then he tosses it and he has no interest in it anymore. That's the problem with Brad Bell too. But the differences I will say is with this, I will say that I have a little bit more, and I say a little bit, of faith in Belle than I would a Valentini when it comes to a actor or an actress being serviced. You know, just a little bit, because I see how he has dogged Ingo Rademacher. Like, he snatched and grabbed Ingo for whatever reason worldwide. He couldn't keep Windsor, but he just not want to play Ingo Rademacher. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, if he can find a way to get her over there and he actually writes for the woman, fine. But don't call up her agent, Brad, because you don't heard this amazing news that you think is amazing, and then try to get her over there, and then you don't do anything with her. Because I'm tired of you doing that as well. I'm tired of that shit in daytime. It's like, no. If you go bring over a popular actor or actress from a previous soap out of these four, please have something already ready for them to play. Don't snatch and grab and you ain't got no motherfucking plan for them. I hate that shit, man. And then these fans get all upset and pissed because you see how bad the ratings are for pretty much, I would say, you know, for Y&R and General Hospital, really, as the last several months. I mean, Y&R's ratings are horrible. And let me just keep it real. Since Sony doesn't want to pay pretty much their female leads, from Melissa Claire to Michelle Morgan to Eileen Davidson, can y'all go ahead and issue the pink slip out to Mel Young? He has sent Y&R down to the pits of hell in terms of the ratings. I'll put the link at the bottom. All day a couple weeks ago. 2 8s, 2 9s, only one day in the 3.0s? Like, that is so uncommon for Y&R. And let's be real. Arena Bell, she was awful. Chuck Pratt, he was awful, but I'll tell you this, both of those two hacks had better ratings than Mel Young's hackery. So I'm just like, no, this show really, really, really needs to get rid of Mel Young. And they need to be trying to get Wendy Rish on the phone and be like, hey bitch, do you want a job? Since General Hospital ain't trying to hire you, you want a job? You want to pull the okie doke on General Hospital, and we'll hire you as the executive producer to be on Y&R, and then she could bring on a fire ass head writer. I don't know who could be a fire ass head writer on Y&R, but you know, she could find one. I truly believe in Wendy Rish still. You know, in Wendy Rish we trust, and they could find them a fire ass head writer. Because if you watch Y&R over the last handful of months, it is lifeless, it's boring, they don't have any characters that pops on the screen. Y'all remember growing up, especially for a lot of us who are like in our late 20s, 30s, 40s, particularly when these soaps were hot and fire and just amazing. Y'all remember when Y&R had just well fleshed out, complicated, dynamic, just incredible characters on screen. Like in the 80s, we had Victor Newman. In the 90s, we had Sheila and Drusilla. Then by the 2000s, we had Adam. Who's a fucking dynamic character on Y&R right now? I can't find a motherfucker who is. So all I'm saying is, bitch, look, Mel Young just needs to go. And, you know, Sony just needs to give him his walking papers and find Wendy Rish. And find, like I said, a head writer that could definitely write that show better than what his ass is doing. Because, honey, the storylines he got on now, this whole Jack looking for his real daddy at 65 years old. Like, Philip is dead. Even if that is remotely true, Philip is dead. What he gonna do? He gonna dig Philip up and say, hi, daddy? Like, what's he gonna do? Then we still ain't figured out this whole murder mystery thing with JT being murked and Victoria and the crew of Big Little Liars are trying to play the whole like, I don't know where he is. I don't know where he's at, but somebody maxing out his credit cards, though. It's like, what is Mel Young trying to do? Wait for the new season of Big Little Liars season 2 to come out before he actually writes the continuation of the fucking, murder mystery of JT? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it just needs, the show is just not YNR anymore. I remember I was watching the day before, what was it? Monday's episode, actually. They went from night to day in a matter of a split second. I'm not joking. That's how lifeless, and they don't even give you time to have any kind of emotion. Look, I'm all about with all 4 of these soaps. Do they need to speed up their pace? Absolutely, because we are living in a instant gratification kind of era when it comes to watching entertainment, and people do want something a little bit quicker, but yet keeping it entertaining and fresh and nuanced. But people don't want super fast, and Mel is doing it like his lightning quick speed of light type of writing. It's just, oh no, like, no, he just doesn't give you any opportunity for any kind of emotional build-up with any of the characters at all at this moment. And it's just, no, he gots to go. Steve Kent. He's got to go. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about all this hot-ass tea that has burnt my lips just now. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace for now. Bye-bye.